This video was brought to you by Stormberg, a better route planner, MisterGreen, Kempower and Marcus Bil. Yo, what's up? We are now at Ioniq, that's behind there. But today we're gonna test Nio ET7 range test, finally. So yes, it's a nice day today, kind of cold, a little bit windy, but let me show you guys the ET7. It's a relatively large car. It's actually roughly 10 centimeters longer than Tesla Model S. And it's, made in China, but designed by Germans. So, yeah, I'm gonna show you guys what do we have in the trunk. Where's the there, okay. In the trunk, we have not foldable seats, but okay, there's a charging cable there. All right, and then look here, in the back. Okay. I thought we could just press the door handle. Okay, maybe not. Let's do this. Relatively large back seat here, glass roof, everything, huh? And then in here, wow, nice interior. But okay, anyway, just a quick intro. But yeah, so the plan today, now it's actually before noon even. We're going to drive to, I think, Bolleland, any Danes here, and back again. We're going to do the 120 test, and then we do the 90 test, and then we measure the consumption. But I'm going to show you that there's something weird here. Normally there'll be a trip meter here or something. I haven't figured out how to change the setup here, or if I can change it at all. Maybe it's fixed like this, just like a Tesla Palladium nowadays. But so what I can do is actually I can look here at how many kilowatt hour we consume. But this one actually resets every time we start the car. This one also resets every time we start the car. This one here, in order to reset it, you have to be Sadia. You have to have Sadia's face. Yeah, whatever. So, but okay, whatever. So we'll figure out a way to measure the consumption. And then we can also, we also need to measure the total battery capacity. I already, prior to getting here, I counted how many kilowatt hour we have spent so far. So we'll see if we can get 88 kilowatt hour from this battery or not, because it should be the same battery pack as the Nio ES8, but it might have some degradation because this is in the pool of battery swap, bus, whatever. But okay, we'll come back to that. So let's go. All right, we're on the move. Right now I'm hugging the left lane, so I don't have to change lane. But right, so I have to cruise at 123 kilometers per hour on the speedo to match 120. Wait, what? It jumps a little bit. Jump around, jump up, get down. Yeah, okay, there we go, 120, all right. So yeah, now we just count this one. We don't know how many watt hour per kilometer, but we'll figure out everything. So, and actually, yeah, okay, great. I'll figure out something. So I also have to figure out the distance error thing. So actually right now it's 1 degree Celsius outside. Yeah, the road is dry. So driving conditions should be fairly good. Actually, wet road tends to ruin the consumption, but yeah. So dry road, nice weather. This is a good day for getting some nice and low consumption numbers, right? Because, yeah, I forgot to tell you that this Nio ET7 has a drag coefficient of 0.208. It's actually better than Tesla. Tesla is 0.23 or 0.24 roughly. So yeah, this should be good in the 120 test. Yeah. And I set the driving mode to comfort, and this car is super comfortable. The suspension also is set to comfort. So, it rides and feels very similar to a German car, like an EQS even, or a BMW, or an Audi. It's really impressive how this car rides. But it doesn't surprise me because this car was designed in München by Germans. So it has a nice, comfortable bounce without triple bouncing like many Chinese cars tend to do. This one feels like a German car. And I don't know if you noticed, but it is also very, very quiet in here. I measured yesterday that the ET7 is the quietest car ever tested by me. Even quieter than EQS, better than Fat e-tron. It's unbelievable how quiet this car is. The only problem is that
highlight is on. Highlight is on. Please control the steering.
So, yeah, man, there's a freaking kid telling me what to do here.
Please control the steering.
That's Nomi. I don't know why they gave it a kid's voice, man. But yeah, fortunately you can turn off Nomi. So, but even if you turn off Nomi, well, it's called Nomi Pilot, but it's the, you will still get the ding-dongs and also some other,
You might want to hold the steering wheel. Otherwise
what?
Pilot will be deactivated.
I'm gonna tell your mommy, huh? Shit. Yeah, but you turn off Nomi and then it becomes better. But when you change lane, still get, and that one, I think you cannot disable or other things that ding dongs at you. But yeah, it's still better than having Nomi yelling at me all the time. Like, yeah. Okay, now we only get this. Yeah, if you don't hold the steering wheel. Yeah. But there's another thing that bothers me a bit, which is that when we use auto steer now, it's not as smooth as it could be, especially when you go on curves. Let me show you here. Okay, okay. See here we come to a slight curve, and then the steering wheel kind of zigzag a little bit. It kind of oscillates between left and right, and it doesn't turn smoothly. It kind of, I don't know how to explain it. You can almost see it on the camera maybe. It kind of turns hard-ish and then gentle, and then and also it tends to be a little bit unsure when it comes to the curves. I mean the mergings. But here we see another curve, typically like this, very common in many places, and it just whoa, what the heck? Take over now, pilot. What the heck was that? I don't want to interfere too much with the steering wheel, so that's why I don't want to touch it too much. So it will just do its thing, and we can see what's going. But I noticed this immediately when I started driving. I don't know if you see that. What the heck is that? No, dude, drive for me, man. What's up with the Nio Pilot? There are so many sensors, so many cameras. There's a freaking radar on top of the roof here, and still the car just drives like a insecure teenager. Well, like that voice, I guess. Yeah, look, when it locks on, it doesn't run that smooth, to be honest. You can see what I see. So, yeah, maybe I'm just nitpicking, but nah, I don't think I'm nitpicking, because I'm using auto steer system on every car I test, and normally I don't have complaints with them. Even the Toyota BZ I tested recently, that one was super smooth, and then very similar to Tesla actually. So then you guys didn't hear any complaints from me. But with the Nio here, yeah, I think one positive thing though is that it doesn't slow down in the curves like a Toyota driver, at least. Yeah. We're back at the starting point. So you see, we consumed 19.1 kilowatt hour this time, and then the distance was at least reported to be 76.9 kilometers. So I measured that this car I think it was over reporting by 0.5% only, so it's so low. But I'm double check everything here. But okay, at least we have the numbers now, and we can calculate the average consumption. This one is like an average consumption based on the last 100 kilometers. So we can't trust this one since the trip is not 100 kilometers. All right, we're on the run again. So 93 kilometers per hour this time. Yeah, it's like, you know, these Chinese cars, they tend to do things the same way. You see, we have, it's kind of tiny, but you see RPM and remaining available battery power, and then volts and amp. This is very common across Chinese brands to do it like this. And then also we have a kilowatt power meter output or regen thing here. And yeah, I should point out one thing. I don't know if you notice it, but let me see. Sorry. If you look closer to this one here, you will see that it also oscillates. It goes high, 14 kilowatt, and then it slows down, 7, and then 14. And you can, I don't have to show you guys that the road is smooth and fairly flat, but this kind of oscillation thing here is also very common across other Chinese brands. XPeng is doing it, BYD is doing it. Seems to be, I don't know, it seems like the Chinese people, they also copy each other. Yeah, but this is kind of annoying the way it rides, because I feel it that the car is like accelerating, slowing down, accelerating, slowing down. It's driving just like a typical Asian driver. Why do you have to do it like that in a car's electronic system? I have no idea, man, but once you notice it, it becomes annoying. Yeah, you want to have a smooth ride. Since this is a very nice and sleek car and quiet car, but then the software is ruining it. Okay, but here, if you want to see percentage state of charge, you have to look here on this screen. You can't see it over here. And also this distance or this range left here is fixed rate GOM based. I mean, it's not GOM based, it's fixed rate. Every time you charge 100%, it will show 505 kilometers. So I guess you can look at this one and kind of calculate the percentage based on it, or you can also look here, yeah. And then here is the consumption again. You can also see how many percent every component uses. So most of it goes into driving, okay, and then climate takes 3%. So, and this is the instant, so it's going to drop now as we drive. So, all right, I guess we just have to enjoy the ride then. Kaput sheet, or needs calibration, I guess. And then how is Mjøsa today? We have a little bit of headwind. Okay, there's some wind, not completely still over here, but at least nice weather and dry road. So I like that. And then over here is minus 1 degree Celsius. Okay, let's test the sound system here. And I use uncompressed WAV file in a USB stick, so there's no losses here. Well, it sounds clear, and nice and crisp. Maybe a little bit, not sure over crisp now, but really nice in detail. I like that. Can we skip the song? Wait. Not sure how you skip in the song here. Okay, whatever. Let's go for the next one. Okay, this one also sounds good. It's the Arctic Circle song. It always sounds good in most cars. So in this one, there is a bass that goes a little bit up and down. And I want to listen to linearity in the bass. There, this one. Yeah, the bass sounds linear. I can't hear any peaks. Yeah, very good.
Won't you let me dream?
Sounds pleasant. Yeah, sounds good. Okay, and this one, the previous one, there was a deeper voice, like Elvis-like voice. But this guy here has a brighter voice. Ooh, nice bass. Good balance between bass and the rest. But I feel like there's a slight, maybe a slight tad of over crispness in his voice. Almost feels like it's slightly unnatural. Not much, but a little bit. But still very pleasant to listen to. Okay, next song. Now this one I want to listen to. There is like a mid bass here in the beginning, and then it might trigger some rattling in the doors. We'll see. It's like 100 hertz or something. Well, I guess mid bass. Whoa! Whoa! That's a lot of rattling. What the heck? Yeah, significant rattling in the doors. Actually more than many other cars. Okay, last song is kind of weird order here, by the way. I'm not sure how they order the stuff. It should be ordered by file name, right? Or this one, I will listen to the bass again and maybe the whole song also. Nice and punchy bass. But this is weird. Normally I don't hear rattling in the doors from this song, but here I can hear rattling in the door, and also other places from the panels or. Okay, this must be the first car I noticed it that there seems to be rattling from other parts of the where the speakers are, like in the dashboard. I was also trying to listen or try to figure out where is the back, but you know, when you play it loud, it almost sounds like a teenager's car where you added some extra subwoofer and then there's a bit of rattling. You know, this car has it. So if I would give it points, out of 10 points, I think I will only give it 6 points. Yeah, many cars get 7 points nowadays. I think even a Tesla got 7 points, but this one has some minuses here and there, so only 6 points, unfortunately. But at least we have this. Hey, Numi.
Hey.
Turn on massage.
No problem.
Oh yeah. Upper back. Which type do you want? Do you, wait, what? Dude, come back here. Okay, you see you have massage, upper back, you have cat tap. What? Cat massage? Rolling, we have dynamic, we have waist, and then back to upper back. Oh yeah, and then seat ventilation also. Really nice, man. And then you have a heater here. Yeah, okay. Right, we are done with the test. So yes, we consumed 34 kilowatt hour, and then the distance is supposed to be 182 kilometers. This car actually overreports distance, so it's 0.8% overreporting. So yeah, we can crunch the numbers afterwards, but you see that we still have 24% left. So yes, we need to drive it down to almost zero. And then I guess this time I will also use this battery warm-up feature here. See, if I press this one, you can see here that number of amps goes up. It was 1 amp, now it's 7 amp. Wait, can you see that? There's so much reflection here. Yeah, so now it's heating up the battery also. So I will turn it off for now, and then we will start driving. Because I'm not sure if it counts when we're stationary. Let me see. This one, yeah, so we have to try to count all the kilowatt hour also. Okay, now we're doing the final run to bring the battery down to almost zero. So now we are not too strict about how fast or slow we drive, because we already measured the 90 and 120 test. So yeah, this method here saves me a lot of time, and we still get very good, but also actually a realistic measurement. Because actually when we drive at 90 kilometers per hour all the way, we will actually get slightly more kilowatt hour out of the battery, but then how realistic is it, right? So this time at least we have a mix of some high speed and some low speed drivings. All right, let's check the weight. Backup scale. Front axle. Oh, 1260, okay. Whole car. Whoa, 2,560 kilograms. Right, we are done. DON, we have 1% battery left. I could go to zero, but whatever, we can estimate everything based on what we know now. So 7 kilometers, this is actually a more accurate number. So it's, I think it's like 1.4%. Yeah, I'll do the fine calculations afterwards. And then what we need to do is take the last here, the last chunk here, and add with all the other chunks, and then do some other calculation. This one is not too interesting, but actually right now, seems like the battery is still warming up. You can see it here. Yeah, we have 8 amp pulling right now. So yeah, okay. Let me. I think I need to plug it in and heat up the battery further. Okay, 101 kilowatt. I heard that this car can take 140 kilowatt. So yeah, this is a 100 kilowatt hour battery, by the way, which means that the battery is still too cold. So I guess I need to top up a little bit and then hammer it, maybe yo-yo. Nah, I don't think yo-yo is needed. We just run the battery heater. Actually, what I could also do is just top up a little bit and then just run the battery heater while I'm stationary even. But yeah, I think by driving you can heat up the battery faster. Oh, interesting. I charge at 17% and I unplug now. And then I want to warm up the battery, but it says no need to warm a battery. But I was still getting only 110, or actually less than 110 kilowatt. So, am I not supposed to get 140 kilowatt? I guess I will drive until we are almost empty and come back and see what happens. Well, we are back at the Ioniq chargers again. Plenty of them. Oh, it's heaven now. But unfortunately, we are still getting only 105 kilowatt. I mean, I tried everything. I tried to heat up the battery. You know, we tried to hammer it. Well, okay, right now we are stationary, but the car says, okay, we don't need to heat up the battery anymore. So, but I can simply not get that advertised 140 kilowatts. So it's kind of pointless for me to record this charging session even. So I guess I give up. Let's summarize the range test instead. Wait, what the heck? I accidentally bumped into the mirror thing here, and then the rubber seal or whatever here, the rubber band around it kind of loosened. Wait, I guess I need to put it. Wait, what the heck, man? Wait, why is it not glued in at least? Or okay, I mended it, kind of. Okay, well, it's good, but it's a bit. Wait, no, shit, no, shit, what? Okay, let me just fix the press car here. I don't know why I keep getting buggy press cars. Okay, nothing to see. Wait. Okay, yeah. Okay, so according to my calculation now, we have okay consumption numbers versus EQS. Then the ET7 is better than the EQS, but okay, EQS was on wet road, but then warmer weather, so I guess they kind of cancel out and similar conditions. But EQS has no heat pump, so maybe that's why it's thirsty. I haven't tried the i7 in winter condition yet, but versus Tesla, then you see that Tesla beats the heck out of the ET7, and I also expected it because Tesla's heat pump system with the octavalve is just class leading. Now we start seeing how kick-ass the Tesla is. But okay, but does it mean that the ET7 is thirsty? No, I don't think. I think it's still okay. You know, it's actually better than the Toyota BZ, even if we deduct the 10% charging loss or whatever over-reporting that they have in the screen. But yeah, I mean, it's still a decent consumption number, and then range-wise also it's okay for winter range. But of course, if you want the best range, you have to go for a Tesla. But then this car has other qualities like the ride, the silent ride also, you know, the soundproofing, everything like that. But the charging speed, on the other hand, is somewhat disappointing also in this car versus actually EQS or Tesla or BMW or pretty much most other cars. One thing that kind of baffles me a little bit here is the whole kilowatt hour. I managed to get 85.8 kilowatt hour, and then with the ES8, which is also 100 kilowatt hour, but actually the same battery pack. This one could have been in an ES8 before I got it at the battery swap station. I measured 87.9 earlier, and then if you take that diff, then it becomes actually 2.4% degradation. Okay, so maybe today was not the best driving condition. Maybe the consumption was a little bit higher. The battery might have been colder also when I started the test, but still 2.4%, or we're talking about roughly 2 kilowatt hour difference here. So maybe if we did this in better condition, we would get less diff, but still it could indicate that we might have already maybe 1% degradation. So, you know, the battery here is just in a pool of other batteries shuffle around in the swap station and then onto another ES8 or something else, EL7 even, right? So battery swap, I mean, batteries will degrade over time, no matter if you own it yourself or if it's in a battery swap system. So I guess if you buy a brand new ET7 and then you buy the battery, I guess then you will get 100% battery. But then for this one, it's a big mystery, really. It could seem like actually over time the batteries will degrade, and then when you buy a new ET7 and you battery swap, then suddenly you have, I don't know, 3%, 5% degradation, and you actually don't have the 100 kilowatt hour or the 88 kilowatt hour net capacity you're supposed to get. Okay, anyway, but I think that's gonna be it for now. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, thank you for watching and talk to you later.